This video is the Idaho State High Point Mount Borah hike. Enjoy. So I'm headed to Mount Borah. It's the tallest peak in Idaho. It is a little over 8 miles and a little over 5,000 feet of elevation gain. I'm currently in Idaho. I'm about 3 hours into my drive. I think I got about 2 hours to go, and I'm gonna sleep at the trailhead and get up early. What I'm seeing on all trails, it's about an 8-hour hike, so try to get up and be on the trail at least by 6 o'clock, and then obviously hoping to be done a little after noon. So we'll see how it goes. Excited to do this. This is a bucket list hike for me. So. So the moon is out. We're just starting the trail. It's about 5:37. Just give you a little idea of what this area looks like. That's the parking lot. It says campground. Most of us sleep in our cars, so I guess that's why they call it campground. But just getting started. So I'm about a half mile in. Breathing hard. This is, I don't want to say it's a super steep trail, but it's definitely all uphill. About a mile in, still steady incline. Done about 850 feet in the first mile. Have a little over 3 miles to go to get to the top. And then obviously I gotta go back down, but I know that a little over 5,000 feet of elevation gain, so that tells me that I got over 4,000 feet of elevation gain to go in the next three miles, so it's gonna be a tough one. Looking down at the valley below me. And the trail ahead of me. This section of the trail is fairly steep. Whew. I don't know if you can see that, but the sun is rising and hitting the peaks of the mountains in the distance. Try to zoom in. I believe that's the Sawtooth Mountains. So I've been hiking for just over an hour. First mile I did about 850 feet of elevation gain. The last 0.7 miles I've done closer to 1,200 feet of elevation gain, and they've been brutal. Absolutely brutal. So I got about 2.5 miles to get to the top, and about 3,000 feet of elevation gain. So my assumption is the next 2.5 miles are going to be brutal. We'll see how it goes. So I'm about halfway in mileage right now, and currently about halfway in elevation gain. You can see the sun is up, casting beautiful shadows all the way around. I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure which one of these are Borah Peak, I guess, but or Mount Borah. I know there's a spot on this hike that they call Chicken Out Point. And my assumption is it's coming up. So I can see that looks super sketchy. My assumption is that's Mount Borah or Borah, I don't know the right way to pronounce it, but looks like we're going to be going up the spine of this thing, working our way over to that, I'm guessing. I don't know. I guess I'll look at the map and figure it out. So I'm at 2.5 miles. You can see the sun's come up in the valley below. Get the shadow of the mountain that I'm on. .7 miles to go to get to the top, I guess. So I believe that's Borah right there. I'm at 2 hours right now. I'm at 2.9 miles. About 3,600 feet of elevation gain. So I got about 1.3 miles to the top. And about 1,500 feet of elevation gain. That's where I'm headed. There's an ice bridge somewhere along this way. Cross over to there, and then I believe that's the peak. So we'll see. Excited. So I'm at 3 miles. That's where I came from. This is where I'm headed. This is absolutely brutal. Got a little over a mile to go. Whew. Tough. Super tough. Man. This is super sketchy. That's where I'm headed. Super sketchy. my new friend Victor. How are you, Victor?
Doing well.
I got a mile left and took that guy out. Dang, that is so cool. As I was saying, I got a mile left. Here's the snow bridge people talk about. Going across the snow bridge. Just want to show you what just came down. This is super sketchy. Alright. Looks like I'm getting to the saddle before the final climb to the top of the peak, Borah. Anyways, I want you to experience this view from the saddle with me. Good, how are you?
Nice lake down there.
Awesome. Oh wow, what a view. What a view.
Figure let the crowd get ahead, take a nice break. We're not that fast. Beauty.
So pretty. So I've been hiking for 3 hours. I'm at 3.7 miles. That's the sun. Just off, just looking over. I got about a half a mile to the top, I think. Can't wait to get there. This is a beast hike. It's just pure elevation gain the whole time. The views are pretty fantastic. So, Borah Peak is up there. Just sitting and relaxing for a minute. I got about 0.4 miles to go. Here I am at 12,300 feet. You got these amazing purple flowers. As of right now, I've hiked 3.9 miles. So I'm pretty close to being done. I've gone up 4,800 feet of elevation. Feeling it. Feeling out of shape. But we're making it happen. Almost there. One last look at these beautiful flowers. Alright, I'm not quite at the top. I believe it's right there. But I'm awful close. Enjoying the sun because I wouldn't say it's freezing, but it's definitely a little chilly. So this sunlight light feels good. Here we are. Here we are. Just finished water. Now I'm heading down. It is 9:57. Feeling that this downhill is going to be just as brutal. So, super pumped. This Borah was a bucket list hike, so super happy to have completed it. So, heading down. Almost back to the saddle. Downhill's been fairly decent. A couple areas of it are rock until you just start to get a solid footing, but it's going fairly quick, so the rate that I'm going now, I'm guessing I'll probably be done around noon, but we'll see. We'll see. It's been an incredible hike so far. Heading to, I'm almost at a chicken out point. This whole area is super freaking sketchy. It's crazy. There's a group that took some, I guess you don't probably call them scouts anymore, but took a bunch of young men up here, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know that I would take my daughters up here, so it's super sketchy. But anyways, last look at Borah. That's where I just came from. Heading home. So this is the snow bridge. Not much of a snow bridge anymore. And honestly, I'm not sure what they consider chicken out point, but I find this much less scary than this whole crazy mass that you have to hike through. Anyways, crossing the snow bridge. Here's the view on the other side. Absolutely stunning. Tell me, where does the trail go? It's nuts. Alright, so I'm actually only about a mile down from the top, and it's taken me about an hour. And most of that's because it is so dang sketchy. like there's not really a trail. You're just kind of hiking over crazy rocks with drop-offs on either side. I'm going down pretty steep right here, but at least there's a trail and it's fairly safe. Anyways, so I guess my point is I got a little over 3 miles to go. I think the trail's fairly decent from here on out. Steep, but decent. So it's 11 o'clock now. So all that being said, my guess is I'll probably get back to the car at 12:15-ish, 12:30-ish. So I assumed I was going to be able to get the hike done in less than 6 hours, but it doesn't look like it. Anyways, weather's been beautiful. Can't complain about the weather. It's just super steep, so heading down almost to a nice flat area. Excited to have that. It's not for very long, but excited about it. So I assumed it wasn't going to be too bad going down, but it was so steep going up that it's just miserable going down. Crazy thing is, I bet 75% of the people that I'm passing on the way down didn't finish. So the concept of that chicken out ridge is real. Like, in fact, I don't know that I've bumped into anyone that finished it that I've passed going down. Crazy. Feeling like a baby. I got 1.3 miles to go, and this downhill is just kicking my butt. I believe I got a little over 1,000 feet of elevation decline, I guess, in that last 1.3 miles. So, see how it goes. I'm excited to be done. This has been a bucket list hike for me for quite a while, so checking it off. So I got about a mile to go, which my memory tells me I have about 850 or something like that feet of decline to get back to the car. So that is substantially less than what I was just dealing with. So sound like a baby, but and that steep decline for multiple miles is just brutal. Happy to be done with the worst of it, and we'll see how this last mile goes. You can see the parking lot, so that's a beautiful thing. I think I have, I don't know, about 3/10 of a mile before I get there. Excited to be done with this hike. Like I said, it was a bucket list hike, but this hike has been brutal. I cannot imagine a reason I would do this hike again, to be honest with you. But if you're trying to hit the state high point in Idaho, you got to do this hike. So yeah. So I just got back to my car. Super excited to be done. The first mile of the hike wasn't bad at all. About, I think, 850 feet of elevation gain, not too bad at all. The second mile of the hike and the third mile of the hike were brutal. And then, honestly, the fourth mile of the hike, it was super sketchy super tough. Like it was there. You don't know where the trail is. You're hiking over rocks with enormous drops on either side. I bet 75% of the people that attempt to hike this turn around right there. And I always knew that there was a spot called Chicken Out Ridge, but now I understand why. I probably passed 20 people on my way down that had turned around. Anyways, yeah, going down that first mile of going down was ridiculous. And the next 2 miles were just painful. Like it's super steep. You're probably dropping 1,500 feet in each of those miles. And then my feet were just so, destroyed, I guess, from all the pounding going down, that last mile, even though it was a lot less drop, which I appreciated, but it was still brutal. But anyways, happy to have finished this. I started at about 5:37 and finished at 12, almost exactly 7 hours, I guess. Is that 7 hours? Yeah, anyways, that feels like 7 hours to me. Yeah. Anyways, it was good. It was good. Glad I'm done. Painful, but good. Like I said, I don't know that I would hike it again. So the views from on top were spectacular. I do miss. It's been a while since I've summited a peak, and so that was really nice. There's nothing quite like summiting a peak. So, anyways, thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video.